In my opinion, Kings Island is one of the most overrated parks in America. Now, this is very contrary to many other kosher enthusiasts' opinions, as a lot of them believe that Kings Island is at least second in the Cedar Fair chain next to Cedar Point. Now, in my opinion, Kings Island is way worse than that, and in this video you will find out exactly why, so stay tuned. My biggest gripe with Kings Island is their thrilling coaster lineup. Now, the park has 14 different roller coasters that are all pretty decent to good at best, other than the Beast, which is literally one of the worst coasters I've ever ridden. Like, it's literally 7,000 feet of track and 4 minutes of pure agonizing pain, where you're just playing pinball with the sides of the train the whole way through. Honestly, with the Beast, probably my favorite section of it is the lift hill. The lift hills, just because those are literally probably the only parts of the ride that are actually decently smooth. Now, I know recently Kings Island did give the Beast a retrack, and that might improve stuff, but I'm just basing my my opinions off of my one visit to Kings Island in 2019. Now, when it comes to their B&Ms, Diamondback and Banshee are very good for their respective categories of invert and hyperkosher. Now, both are not my favorite of the category, as Mako at SeaWorld Orlando is my favorite B&M hyper, and Montu at Busch Gardens Tampa is my favorite B&M invert. But Banshee and Diamondback are definitely probably in my top 3 for B&M hypers slash B&M inverts. And I do think Diamondback definitely excels in just having a unique layout and plenty of floater airtime. And also that splashdown is pretty cool. The one small gripe I have is uh, is I just feel like Kings Island should have put a pathway next to that splashdown so people could have actually gotten wet, which in my opinion would have made it way cooler. And with Banshee, like, the drop is easily probably the best drop on a B&M invert that I've ridden, but the vest restraints just tighten so much during the ride, and also the inversions are nowhere near as forceful as the older B&M inverts, so that's all why Banshee's probably my third favorite B&M invert. Then Orion I cannot comment on as I have not ridden it, but I've heard pretty good things about it. Then you have Racer and Vertigo and Flight of Fear, which are all pretty solid rides. Nothing to really speak about there. Racer has good floater airtime, and Vertigo is pretty forceful and punchy, going forwards and backwards through the inversions. And then Flight of Fear is pretty awesome, being a launch coaster in the dark. But I will admit, as I've ridden Joker's Jinx at Six Flags America, which is a clone of Flight of Fear, personally I do prefer the outdoors Premier Ride Spaghetti Bowl coasters, just because you can see all the near misses with the supports, which you don't get on Flight of Fear. And plus, Flight of Fear does have some decent theming, but it's not like amazing to like uh, counteract the near misses you get on the outdoor versions of the Premier Ride's Spaghetti Bowl coasters like Joker's Jinx and Poltergeist. And as for Mystic Timbers, there are many kosher enthusiasts will say Mystic Timbers is one of their favorite GCIs, and personally, for me, it's just not. Like, Mystic Timbers has a good sense of speed, and going through the woods is pretty darn exciting, but the thing is, Mystic Timbers, in my opinion, doesn't have much airtime at all, and it mainly focuses on laterals. And even though it is an out of control experience, personally, my type of GCI is like Thunderhead, where you get great airtime along with an out of control sensation. So Mystic Timbers is just not my type of GCI wooden coaster. but I can understand people that do say it's incredible. When it comes to Kings Island's family coaster lineup, none of their family coasters are bad rides. Like the Bat is honestly one of my favorite suspended coasters, and Adventure Express is a solid mine train, though that lift hill at the end of the ride does definitely make it a disappointing ending. And then you also have Backlot Stunt Coaster, which is a solid family launch coaster with some good theming too. Then you also have Flying Ace Aerial Chase, Woodstock Express, and the Great Pumpkin Coaster, which are nothing really special. And especially in Flying Ace Aerial Chase's case, oh god, that's a mouthful. But in that ride's case, it's also not the most comfortable. So that's why, in my opinion, Kings Island's family coaster lineup is just average and nothing special. Now I'm going to talk about other aspects of Kings Island, that being the food, theming, and park appearance. Now, all three of these categories Kings Island is improving on, at least what I've heard of. So with the food, from my experience, I mean, you have to remember Kings Island is your standard amusement park, so you kind of got to expect standard amusement park food like your chicken, pizzas, burgers, hot dogs. That's standard inflated amusement park pricing, which is not good. And also with the theming, now this one area that Kings Island is definitely improving on with the rides like Mystic Timbers and Orion having some pretty good theming to them, and with areas like Area 72, which Orion is located in, and their new for 2023 Adventureport area, both look to have some great theming to them that it will definitely add to the overall experience at Kings Island, though it's still a weakness for Kings Island right now. And as for Kings Island's general park appearance, I think Kings Island does Uh, I think Kings Island does have a very strong park appearance, despite my other arguments and gripes with the park, because Kings Island is not like wooded, but there are a good amount of trees and shade and flowers everywhere. Plus, International Street does look pretty darn nice. So the park appearance is that one category where I definitely don't think Kings Island definitely sucks at. They could definitely improve it, don't get me wrong, but they're not horrible either. I just want to thank you for watching my argument on why Kings Island is a pretty darn overrated Cedar Fair park. And also remember to like this video and share this video with anybody you know. And also, why not consider subscribing to Southeastern Thrills and ringing that notification bell so you can stay up with all the future videos that will be uploaded on my channel. And peace.